Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the brothers doing this work in sincerity and in truth. I was getting to the word of the Lord. Because it's inevitable that America is going in a panic mode, you know, because you got North Korea is saying, fuck you. They're going to shoot, they're going to do their, they're going to shoot the missiles, the ballistic missiles and test them. You know, now Trump is making statements that basically like he's going to do something about it, or he's going to take care of it. Now look, America is damn near like looked at and laughed at in the world because these idiots gave up their secrets on how a weapon is the nuclear understanding is already given out to the whole world. You know, the whole world has a big hatred for this place, but they still got to make commerce. This is where most commerce is sent to, which is basically they import a whole bunch of items to America. But and the whole thing about this, the whole import is America is just being used like any other bitch, being any whore. You know, while everybody, other nation is preparing themselves for the impending, basically to get rid of this place. Because now you see it, you know, you see the testing of North Korea, which in turn, we already know Russia is probably behind them testing it. Basically saying, go ahead and do what you're going to do. Because the Chinese president, the prime minister, and Putin, whatever, they was in together at one time when North Korea was shooting the missiles. So what's his name? Putin went over there to China and went to talk to the Chinese president. So basically what I'm saying is they overseeing this thing, man. The Spirit is telling me they overseeing this whole thing. And the scriptures already conveyed that Russia is going to keep basically going to have a protection or have a guard over them. Not the 8th verse.
Yeah. I got it.
Go ahead, bro. Read that. No, start at 1.
Okay. Ezekiel 38:1, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesied against him.
Right. So it's going to be, this is talking to Ezekiel. He said this is the prophecy that is going to be brought up and it's going to be shown. So let him know. And, you know, go ahead.
And say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy armies, horsemen, and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shields, all of them holding swords.
Right. So Gog and Magog are is Russia. The lands of Russia, which is named actually by the Medes, but who is in the lands at this moment? The Edomites, Russians. You know? The Edomites. And it is scriptures telling you where they have basically all type of war apparel. And he said he's gonna pull hooks back in their jaws from that Cold War. From the Cold War era. You know, Cold War when it was basically it was always tension between the United States and them. But it wasn't a war. It was always some type of aggression. You know. Go ahead.
Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, and all of them with shields and helmets, Gomar and all his bands, the house of Togarmah and of the north quarter, and all bands and many people with thee. Be thou prepared for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou be thou a guard unto them.
So, hey, the scripture showing you that Russia is basically the big brother of all these other countries, basically the protector of all these countries. Magog and Gog and Magog, and it gave you the name of these places. Go ahead. Because it's a reason why North Korea is doing what they're doing. It's not really a rejection or any type of dispute by Russia every time North Korea is doing anything. It is testing their missiles. So you don't hear too much about that.
Yeah, because if North Korea goes to war with America, China said they gonna get in, and if China get in, you already know Russia gonna get in.
Buddy.
So it's a trickle down effect. If America starts war, or if anybody starts war, it's just gonna be a world's war because everybody is against this whore, man. Nobody likes this whore.
Or Israel.
Yeah.
I got something.
Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 17, starting at verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
That's the war. The whore that everybody should know is America. You know, because nowadays these Israelites are making up whole fallacies, man. And this whore is going to be burned with fire. Now, what whore is that? America is going to be destroyed because of all the sins that it did, that it has brought up, and all the things that it did to the North Americans, the Native Americans, the natives, the Gadites, and all the brothers and all the brothers in the world. I mean, all the Akim in the whole world. So the destruction is going to come from these other places. We said
from America's ex-allies, all the people that
turn their back on them.
All the waters that it's sitting upon, because the nations are getting tired of Esau's so-called white man shit. All right, mainly here in America, they're getting sick of Babylon, the great whore, and they're gonna rise up and destroy it. And like it's saying in Ezekiel, what are you reading out, 37?
38.
38. That's talking about them Russians. All right, they gonna come to hooks being put back in their jaws, is them getting that fury back towards the Americans. They gonna come here and wage war. All right, Russia never had a Cold War with the Vatican.
Nope.
You know.
Right.
Ezekiel 38 and 11, and let's start from 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua power, shall come to pass that at that same time shall these things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and that's them coming up against America, man. It's not nothing else. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
Right, because America, it's easy to just walk onto the land in America, man. If a Haitian could come on here with 2 oars and a truck tire, with kids and 13 of his cousins, you know, you could just come right on the boat. That's what come on the land of America. That's why they have so many sleeper cells. It's just a lot of these sleeper cells just walk on the land from probably Russian subs or whatever.
Easy access.
Easy access. That's it.
Manasseh, hey, we swimming here. It's just from Cuba to America.
Bro, Manasseh know how to swim, bro. Unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. And that's America, man. Over there in the Middle East, motherfuckers is in turmoil, man. Dwelling, that's the same thing that it says in Isaiah 47, man. They that dwell carelessly, that's the same thing as this, man. Because Americans think that they safe. They think nobody can fuck with America because they're surrounded by all these waters, man. No, it's going to be soon found out that America is going to get popped. You got to...
This is Jeremiah 49 and 31. Arise, get you up into the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. So yeah, don't you see America basically?
Ooh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah, they kind, bro. They dwell alone in the world, and basically in the world, because they basically surrounded by waters, except Canada's above them, you know.
What was that, Jeremiah 49?
Yeah, and 31. He said, as their camel shall be a booty, and the multitude of their cattle will spoil, and I will scatter into all winds them until that are in the utmost corners, and I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, saith the Lord. So you're going to get trampled by all nations from everywhere, man. These nations are not playing. They're suiting up. They're getting ready. America's about to be a big sand parking lot. You know, first of all, they're going to come in. That's why the movie, what's it called, Red Dawn, was depicting a lot of this. I really like the old Red Dawn. That was a way more better movie. Right. The old one is to me, it's way better. You know,
it's more realistic.
Right. It's way better. Because they was talking about Russia. The Russians came. And the first one. And this next one was North Korea, but it still points into two type of nations that came, Russia and North Korea. You know, so.
And the Russians, and knew when the Russians were on the side of North Korea.
Yeah, the Russians said on the side of North Korea, so that lets you know. Like you said, we don't hear no disagreement or anything that's stuck with Putin is what Putin was is saying anything about North Korea testing their missiles, because right, like we said, they have their back. They like the verse 8 it said, "Ain't they a guard unto thee?" You know, the nations all know about this. You know, Iran, all these nations know. You know, like we were just describing, and that's Russia's just sitting on the wall, leaning on the wall while America's talking their shit. He know he just looking, just taking little sips, just paying attention. Ain't saying nothing because America, the big bully, he ain't really putting his hands on nobody. He's just talking shit. But when it comes down to it, they gonna get tired of you talking shit. And that's when that nigga say, fuck it, he about to put hands on him. You know? Because he been waiting for so long, he got tired of you with all that mouth. America's about to be flattened, man. First of all, they're gonna be invaded.
That's it.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11. And all them that dwell without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, which America doesn't, man. They have no. America has no type of military defense. Well, their military is stretched out thin. Their military is all around the world except for here. And then if they're you get a military soldier here can actually get in trouble for doing these things because they're a foreign entity. And to take a spoil, and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of nations which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Right, because cattle and goods are basically wealth. You got when you because all it is basically going off with the ancient world, going off with how it cattle. There's a lot of wealth in America, even still, even after it's the downgrade of the AAA standard, but it's still the point that that's where everybody comes to America to get their money. So it's still an import because they're great consumers. You know, they don't really export that much. You know, what they export cars and shit like that, but
Not big shit.
yeah, not big shit.
Not as much. They in debt. And Russia, all these countries want